this is Luke with Hamilton RV. I'll be doing a demo of the 27 RBS Cruiser. Starting right here, this is going to be the switch for your stabilizing jacks. And these are only for stability, they're not meant to level with, so when you get into your campsite, you're going to use your wheels for your side-to-side leveling by laying blocking down on whatever side is low and backing onto it. Once you get your side-to-side level, then you'll disconnect the tow vehicle in the front, use your tongue jack to get your front to back level. Once that's set, then these go down at the end to stabilize your camper from rocking and shaking. You should get on your roof 3 times a season to inspect anything that comes through the roof. You got what's called Dicor around all the plumbing vents, anything that comes through that roof. Over time, that sealant gets hard from the sun baking it, and eventually it's going to dry out and crack. When that happens, clean it with an all-purpose cleaner, let it dry good, and then reapply the Dicor product around, or fill any holes and voids in with the Dicor. It is pre-wired for a Furrion backup camera. Nice camera. They're an observation camera, so they allow you to see what's going on behind you as you travel down the road. They also have audio as well, so when you're backing into your campsite, somebody can talk you through that camera and guide you in. 50 amp power supply on this unit. This is our shop cord right now, but there should be one inside here. They're normally 30 feet long. I always recommend extra power cord, an extra 25 foot of cord, because every camper at every campsite are laid out differently. I'd also recommend RV surge protector as well. It's going to protect you from any kind of power surge. Key TV setup here. This is like your main cable satellite input, the booster section of your antenna. Gray and black tanks are down here. Let's see, they're right there in the metal frame. There's a valve handle there and there. So it's going to be gray tank on the right, black tank on the left. I don't know if this has... And it does. This has a tank flush valve as well. So, potable water. This is going to be your tank flush right here, the bottom. This one. Just I think. I believe this is going to be the tank flush, city water, and then potable water fill. This is an overflow for the city water. Anyhow, or for your freshwater tank. When you go to the tank flush valve, you're gonna come back and you're gonna dump your black tank completely. Hook your sewer hose up. I always recommend a clear fitting on the sewer hose. You're gonna pull the valve and let it empty. Once that tank is completely empty, you're gonna take the hose at the dump station that you normally use to rinse everything out, your sewer hoses and stuff out, and you'll hook it up to that tank flush valve, and you're going to turn on the water. And basically, inside that black tank is going to spray and rinse that tank for you. Once you got clean water coming through there, obviously, then you'll shut it off, pull the gray valve at the end to kind of rinse everything through. Slide seals, you got a rubber bulb seal and a sweep seal here. I do recommend a spray and conditioner. It's going to clean, condition, and put a UV protection on its seals to protect them from any kind of sun damage. I would also recommend slide cover. It's basically an awning over top of this room. It's going to help shed, any rainwater will run away instead of let it setting up there. Any leaves, sticks, nuts, any of that stuff can't get collecting. They won't collect up top there. Because as it sits right now, when you're camping, if you got to get up there every time and sweep that roof off so you don't have them sticks and leaves and nuts and all that stuff go through these seals and tear them up there. That's where slide covers are nice. It kind of rolls all that stuff off when you run the room in. So once they're attached, they're like permanently there. They go in and out with the slide room. Got another gray tank up front. Here. City water connections, that guy right there. Basically, if you use that, you're going to want to use, it's their water pressure that they provide at the park. I always recommend a water pressure regulator on it. It regulates that water pressure coming in your camper so you don't exceed the 50 pounds of water pressure your camper is rated for. I would also, I believe this is your tank fill, your freshwater fill. This is going to be the tank flush valve and then your city water. And then this is a spray port. So basically this little thing will clip in here to quick connect the sewer, the power cord that comes with the units right here. You do got an battery disconnect switch. So basically that will disconnect the battery from the camper so that your camper don't drain your battery dead. Because 3-4 days your battery dies normally. If this has a 12 volt fridge, it goes even faster yet because that fridge has, you know, a lot of draw on the battery. You get, I would recommend if you have a 12 volt fridge, or for that matter, if you're going to do any kind of rustic camping, to go with a couple 6 volt batteries. They last a lot longer than one 12 volt will. But you'll disconnect the battery if it's going to set for any length of time, so that your camper can't drain your battery dead. Is what that's for. Up front here, regulator. This will be the switch from tank to tank. These auto switch, all that means is that both tanks are open. It's going to draw from whatever tank is pulling it first. Once this tank empties, it automatically starts pulling the gas out the other tank. The dilemma with that is you don't know where you are in propane, so I always recommend run one tank at a time. Tongue jacks, this rubber cap will come out, allows you to manually crank this jack up and down if you ever have an issue. Lights and stuff on the front. It's just cover's got to get snapped back on there. Tank, and we'll take care of that. Another stabilizer jack crank or switch. Quick drain. I'm not sure exactly. Well, it's that white gate valve you see right there in the center. That'll be the quick drain for your freshwater tank. This refrigerator is strictly 110 power. You got to have a camper plugged in order for that to work. Grill. Cable, satellite, TV hookups here if you want to do a TV. This is a furnace vent. Wheel bearing should be repacked every 2 years or 10,000 miles, whatever comes first. Hot water heater. This is your drain plug. It goes on. Get the camera to work for me right here. Tighten this guy up. These are low point drain caps, which I'm sure he's got wrote down on the sheet inside. Pressure relief valve. This will relieve the pressure from the system before you pull that drain plug off. 1 1/16 socket fits that cap. Otherwise, everything else is done on the inside. Basically, it's gas and electric. So on electric, it takes about an hour to heat the tank. On gas, it takes about a half hour. And if you run them both together, it's about 15 minutes of hot water. I don't recommend leaving water sit in that tank for any length of time. No, it gets stagnant, stale. It'll start to smell if it's in there for too long and doesn't cycle. Fire extinguishers to the left. We'll go right into the bathroom while we're coming around. Toilet, foot pedal down there. You're going to put down a little bit. It puts water in the bowl. You push it all the way, dumps out. You got a vent up here. I'm not sure if you got one in the bedroom. You got one. I just like to know that you know. You got 2 roof vents, one in the bedroom and one in the bathroom. I would highly recommend Max Air covers on them. Them are going to allow you to have ventilation in your camper even when you're not in here. And that's key. Think of a house has roof vents in your house to vent the heat and moisture out. That does the same thing for your RV. This here on off switch for the fan. You know, again, ventilation is key. You know, think of it like a house. Your house, you know, the heat and moisture in there, that allows airflow. You don't have to worry about the rain coming in or debris, bugs, any of that stuff. It's all, you know, it's safe for travel, for everything. You can leave them vents open all the time if you want. Down here is your monitor panel. There's kitchen lights, living room light, awning lights, water pump, water heater and gas, water heater and electric. Tank heater, so basically you got 12 volt pads on the bottom of your tanks that keep them from freezing up in winter time or when it's cold out. monitor panel. Basically, this will monitor the tanks. Push the button, it's going to light up how full or empty your tanks are. Slide switch in and out, on in and out. Radio, power button, AM, FM, speaker zones A and B. A is inside, B is outside. Otherwise, it's Bluetooth capable. You know, there's all that stuff. Fireplace, you got controls down here. Let me get this down so you can see this. It all lights up down there so you can kind of see where everything is. There's timers and all that stuff on there. Nothing in there. This fridge is a... What is this? This is a 12-volt refrigerator. So again, this one does have an on-off. They still draw power. I would recommend if you're going to do like a couple 6-volt batteries on there, it would last way longer. Right there, 12-volt fridge. So anyhow, I know they cool down way faster than our gas electric refrigerators. I mean, they do work nice. If they do have problems, they're expensive, just like the gas electric. You're probably about $2,500 to replace that refrigerator. So I mean, you know, all that stuff adds up. You got a sparker for the burners. These are your burners, and for your oven. Put it on the flame, push the knob in, hold it. Then you're going to spark that. Once it's lit, you're going to continue to hold this for, I don't know, 10 seconds. Let off, should stay lit, and then adjust to whatever temp you were shooting for. Lights. Breaker box fuses down there. Thermostat. It's off right now. Hit the button again. Fan low, high, cool high, low, and then cool all low, auto, low. It's all auto, and then your heat setting, and then back to off. Temperature adjustments up, down, and up right there. Let's see. Bedroom. Bed lifts up. You get storage underneath that. Otherwise, it's a bedroom. And this is wired for a second AC if you want to go that route. You're looking probably about, well, it used to be about $1,500 installed. I don't know what they are nowadays. Price of everything went up. Everybody gets this 10% off parts card. Just present this to them at parts. They'll give you 10% off whatever you purchase. This sheet here is so you guys have this information. Again, first and foremost, our phone number up top. If you have any questions at all, give me a call. Again, my name's Luke here at Hamilton RV. This has just got tire torque, tire pressure, you know, where everything's located. This is for you guys. On the back, I draw out this diagram so you guys know how the valves on the water heater should look. So the way the handles are open to the valve is the way it's open. See, that's going with the line to the water heater. It's open to that water heater, fills up with cold water from the bottom up. Hot water comes out up top. For winterizing, it's just the opposite. You turn them valves the opposite way. It makes the water do a loop through the system, so nothing goes in the water heater. You pull your drain plug on the outside, leave it empty, and that's winterized. You're all set there. 2 gallons RV antifreeze for winterization, doing it the way that I just explained. This last paper here, this is our virtual demo page. Just gives you an idea on pricing. Again, my name's Luke. Phone number, price list of what this stuff costs. Now, I'm just here to tell you prices have fluctuated a lot on this stuff. It's going up and down depending on where we get it from. So if you're interested, please give me a call and I can give you an accurate quoted price on what this stuff is. This is kind of an eyeball or kind of a roundabout. I know the backup cameras are about $100 less at the moment. You know, they vary. Again, same thing. When we get them in next time, they might be more. They could be less. It just depends. Slide toppers are sold in 6-inch increments, so I'd have to get a measurement and give you the accurate quote on what that would cost. Vent covers, I would probably do smoke. It looks like your vents are all smoke. Max Air 1s is all you would need. Surge protection, hardwire setup here. That's what these prices are. That's installed, and I would definitely recommend that with the monitor. That monitor is going to tell you what's going on with power if you do have a problem. Or there's plug-and-play stuff, too. I mean, there's other options. Lend a Hands jacket, bike racks, power tongue jacks. I mean, to sell stuff. You kind of have an idea what it costs if you need to replace any of that stuff. Paint and fabric protection. So inside any vinyl, leather, fabric, or carpet gets treated, you get a 5-year warranty from any kind of rips, tears, stains, or burns on the inside. Outside, a ceramic coating goes on. It also protects the awning as well, and you protect it from any kind of sun damage. Makes washing easier. It makes them look newer longer. So when you apply that stuff, it doesn't allow the sun basically to get to everything, so it stops fading. It stops paint fade. You take a camper that was treated now, and 5 years later, pull one up that wasn't, and compare them. Night and day difference. The one that was treated looks newer, shinier, still hasn't lost its shine, because over time these will dull out. Everybody's aware of how that works. Other than that, you got to wax them all the time to keep them, So if you rolled that into finance, you're anywhere from $15 to $20 a month. Our extended service contract, that is something I highly recommend. This trailer comes with a 1-year manufacturer warranty, so after that you're on your own for everything. And that's where the extended is nice, because it pushes that out so you're under warranty for 7 years. The first year's done up through the manufacturer, and then after that you get 6 additional years of warranty coverage. Basically, after 6 years, it covers all the major mechanical parts of your camper for that additional time. Furnace, fridge, air conditioning, water heater, water pump, LP system, water lines, fittings, tanks, slide motors, mechanisms. There's parts in the suspension, parts in the hubs. I mean, all the mechanics of your camper is covered. There's 2 things I like about it. One, it's prorated. So in 3 years you decide you don't want it, you cash it out, you get 4 years worth of warranty money back. Which I think is kind of a cool thing. The other cool thing is it covers a mobile service. So you decide to travel the country, you have the mobile guy come out because your slide room won't work and you're in Arizona. The mobile guy comes out, he services your camper in that area. You pay your deductible, which I believe he sets up at $200. Your camper gets fixed, you paid $200 to get it fixed. I mean, it's pretty nice option, where otherwise you'd have to figure out how to get it in and then find a service center to bring it to and then wait for them to be able to accept you. It's just a nice feature is all. Again, something I like to recommend. That you're looking between $30 and $35 a month if you roll it into finance. Just depends on your financing. Everybody's a little bit different, but kind of give you an idea of what it's going to cost. Again, my name's Luke here at Hamilton RV. Any questions, please give me a call back at 989-752-6262. Congratulations on this purchase, and you guys have a wonderful day.